In 1944, as the world burned in the fires of a devastating global conflict, one German officer rose with a desperate hope to stop the destruction and end the war. His name was Claus von Stauffenberg, a man driven not by ambition, but by a deep belief that Germany was collapsing under the weight of a brutal and catastrophic leadership. From the very beginning, Stauffenberg watched the war tear apart cities, families, and entire nations. He saw innocent people suffering under policies he believed were destroying the moral soul of his country. He knew the war could not be won, and that every passing day meant thousands more lives lost. He felt trapped in a system that punished anyone who dared to resist, yet the fire inside him only grew stronger as the situation worsened. The German military machine faltered under continuous Allied pressure. Cities fell, supply lines broke, and soldiers lost hope. Stauffenberg realized that waiting any longer would mean total doom for Germany and unimaginable suffering for the world. He believed the only way to end this was to strike at the heart of the regime itself. He joined a secret resistance group made up of military officers, politicians, and civilians, all united by a single belief: the war must be stopped from within. They met quietly in dimly lit rooms, whispering plans, sketching strategies, and dreaming of a future where Germany could rise again, not under tyranny but under peace. The plan they conceived was bold and terrifying. They would remove the dictator and then immediately seize control of the government, using the reserve army to secure cities, prevent chaos, and negotiate peace with the Allies. It was a mission filled with danger, and Stauffenberg knew he might not survive, but he accepted his fate, believing it was the right thing to do. On the morning of July 20th, Stauffenberg carried a bomb inside his briefcase as he entered a critical military conference. The air was thick with tension. Every step felt heavier than the last. He placed the briefcase near the leader and quietly exited, pretending nothing was wrong. His heart pounded as the seconds ticked away. He knew everything depended on the next moments. A violent explosion tore through the room, shaking the building and filling the air with smoke and debris. Stauffenberg believed the mission had succeeded. He immediately left to carry out the next phase, activating the reserve army and initiating the plan to restore peace. But fate twisted cruelly. The leader survived the blast because the briefcase had been moved slightly behind a thick table leg that absorbed the force. Chaos erupted. The resistance plan fell apart. The loyal forces regained control, and Stauffenberg and his fellow officers were captured before the night ended. Stauffenberg faced his final moments with unshakable courage. He believed he had done his duty, not for glory, not for power, but for the millions suffering across Europe. He stood firm, even as the consequences closed in, knowing that history would one day understand the true meaning of his sacrifice. His attempt did not end the war that night, but it sent a powerful message across the world that even in the darkest moments there are people willing to risk everything to stop evil and fight for humanity. Today, Stauffenberg is remembered as a symbol of resistance, a man who dared to challenge a monstrous regime and tried with all his strength to end a war that destroyed millions of lives. His story remains a reminder that sometimes one courageous act can echo through generations, inspiring others to stand up, speak out, and fight for what is right, even when the world seems lost.